Now just remember what I taught you, because today is the only chance that you got ever coming out in this bush and learning how to survive. When you start school again, when tomorrow, you're going to do white man education. You're not going to learn about Aboriginal culture. And Aboriginal culture, it should be taught in all schools to Aboriginal kids, because our Aboriginal kids are getting too much white education in their brains that they are completely forgetting about their own tribe, their culture, and their tradition and their heritage. And that is most important, that you kids just remember what you are, that you stand tall and you stand proud on your own land, what you're standing now. And that's black land, Aboriginal land.
All right, today's class on Australian history is about the early discovery of Australia. Now, when Captain Cook and his men were here, they tried to land at Botany Bay. They had to go ashore for water. Why would they have to go ashore for water? That's right, good. And when they went ashore, there were two of the Aboriginals standing on the shores of Botany Bay. And they were waving to Captain Cook and his men in their little rowboat to go back. They didn't want them to land there. They had to get their water. So what they did was they fired a shot over the heads of the Aboriginals to try and scare them away. Now, it's the first time they would have heard something like that, and it did scare them, but they didn't go away, and they stayed there and kept on waving Captain Cook and his men to go away. They didn't want them on the land. But do you think the shields and spears and more men would have been any use against guns and that sort of stuff? Okay, so the Englishmen were able to land. They were able to get their water and do a bit of looking around on the land. Well, they left Botany Bay, started travelling right up the coast. Along here, the Great Barrier Reef. They had a bad accident on that. The ship almost sank and they had to stop in and repair it. But they kept on going right up to the top of the Cape York Peninsula, and there's a small island right up there at the top. It's called Possession Island, because it was on that island that Captain Cook took possession of all of this land that he'd sailed past, all of the east coast of Australia, in the name of King George III of England. After leaving, he wrote in his journal about the land that he'd seen here on the east coast of Australia, that in this extensive country, it can never be doubted but what most sorts of grass